Sweet. I'm gonna do this. Intro music. Welcome to Mindful Minutes with Musicians, the show where we aspire to inspire musicians and artists talking about mindfulness and what brings us through our practice to achieve greater goals. All right, today's guest is Evan Ruggiero, a musician, tap dancer, actor, and theater performer who's been performing and dancing since he was 5 years old. In his old hometown of New Jersey, he shared the stage with some well-known artists like Jason Mraz, as well as on the screen with Ellen. In 2018, he received a Drama Desk nomination for Best Actor in a Musical and Chita Rivera Award nomination for Best Dancer in a Musical, and was awarded a Clive Barnes Award in theater for his portrayal of Tom Jones, who is a Welshman, actually a good Welshman.
Yes.
In the New York City's off-Broadway hit Bastard Jones. Recently, he's also been seen performing at Carnegie Hall and at the 90th Oscars. He's been in numerous documentaries and short series like Inspire Wire, Tap World, The Dancing Man. We are superhumans, and he is superhuman. Did I mention his nickname is Peg Leg, after the late Peg Leg Bates, a tap dancer who performed on the Ed Sullivan Show numerous amount of times. He brings an amazingly positively attitude and a wonderful voice. And here he is today. A huge welcome to Evan Peg Leg Ruggiero.
Hey.
Woo! Crowd goes
Thank
wild.
you for having me.
No
You know
way.
what, when you were reading through that, I was thinking once you got to the part that said, and he's from New Jersey, I was just waiting for the boos.
The audience reaction. Hey, hey, hey,
New Jersey.
hey.
Oh,
And then there's the one in the back going, Jersey.
yeah, right. Actually,
Right?
when we met, when we met last, or I guess 2 summers ago now, and I mentioned that I was from New Jersey, someone actually was like, "Whoa, yeah, Jersey!"
Yeah.
in the
Right?
audience. Yeah, Jersey.
Go Jersey.
Oh,
All
I was like,
right.
I'm in Toronto, and someone likes New Jersey.
Someone. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of random love going on, you know. Gotta be there anyways, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm gonna start off like first, how have you been doing? Like how are you?
I've been doing well. I've been doing well. It's been kind of a really interesting year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right after we met, that was back in 2019, July. That was July 2nd, 2019.
Yeah.
I remember I spent the 4th of July in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I kind of went on this hot streak of traveling and working, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
this doesn't happen that often as an artist. And I was playing music. I had just finished playing a show with Jason Mraz, and Hanson was down there. We all got to
Oh,
we all
nice.
got to jam together. And went up to Toronto, met everyone at oh gosh, I'm just blanking on the competition now.
Yeah, on
Remind
the
me
floor.
on the floor. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
thinking of the JLo song as I was trying to
Oh
remember,
yeah.
because all the songs
On
were
the floor.
on the floor, yeah, on the floor, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I had stuck in my head just now, like trying to get
Nice.
it on the floor. Thank
Yeah.
you. Um, and then I went out to California, and I had such a great time, and I was gearing up to have just like an awesome finish to the year, moving into September. In October, I got involved in a musical in Manhattan, in New York City, called
Mm.
Baby. It was off Broadway, and we were really looking to go to Broadway. And I was on tour. I was working with Jason Mraz, and I was doing another gig with TD Bank, touring around the country. And I was, going back from San Diego to Boston and traveling all over the place. And we were in Maine at the time, and we had just finished a sound check for the show. And the producer got us all into the audience, and he said, "Okay, show is canceled. Rest of the tour is canceled. We're sending you home. We'll pay you out. For the rest of the weeks. But
Yeah.
the coronavirus is a real serious thing." And this was March 5th,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just incredibly devastated. We didn't know what to do. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to react. And we were kind of I remember thinking like, okay, well, we're gonna get paid out, so we're gonna get some money, so
There'll be
it's okay.
a bumper. Yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
like
right.
a
So
buffer.
it's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna miss doing the shows, but we're gonna get our money, so like it'll be okay right now. And then in my head I was like, okay, I got Mexico coming up, I got some more gigs happening, I got babies coming back to New York City, like this is still
There's still,
we're gonna
yeah.
there was still like a lot of like momentum, a lot of things happening. The band that I'm in, they were gonna get to fly out to Chicago with me. It was gonna be their first time flying out. As a band, we were gonna do this, and we were gonna be on TV. We're playing the Ravinia Festival in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We had our own night. We were selling tickets. We were so excited.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one by one, things just started canceling,
Canceling. Yeah.
canceled, and then
Oof.
we were just in lockdown.
Yeah.
That was we just kind of. I mean, I don't even know if you want to call what we went through lockdown, because I'll be honest, most of our country just couldn't get it. They couldn't
Oh,
sit inside. I don't know why.
yeah. Well, there was, I think it was layered at that point, right? There was like it was the pandemic and the
Yeah,
coronavirus, but there
yeah,
was like there was upheavals in the within the city states, and then there was different murders
I
by
know.
policemen, and then there was layers of
There,
like violence and different stuff like
no,
that. And so it's looting on or not looting, but
yeah,
like
it,
people like kind of going out onto the streets and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
really,
It was
yeah,
madness here.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was that was
and
a
when
that
it
was a wild.
started, New York City and New Jersey were really shut down, and everyone was really taking everything seriously. And then you had a lot of other states that just weren't following the
Hmm.
rules, and they just wanted to do whatever they wanted.
Mm.
And you still get that now. You still get people out with no masks that don't want to wear the masks, and it's
Hmm. Yeah, we
you
had
know
that in Toronto as well. They've like anti-maskers and
yeah, there's
stuff,
that,
and they
yeah,
have like little like protests, and like I guess everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but at some point it's like when it's something that's affecting the entire world,
right.
just to put a mask on, like it's
It's
not
not,
like
yeah,
it's not gonna kill you, it's not
right,
gonna like
right,
you know
right.
it might kill you to not wear that
Good,
mask.
exactly,
you
exactly. So
know
it's just been quite the year.
Yeah.
We've been trying to.
How have you been like as far as mentally during these times? Like how have you been able to kind of like um like even process all this, these levels of, of upheaval and stuff like that, and all
Well,
that. Like how yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've had to make a lot of shifts and pivots in my life, and things that I thought I wouldn't be doing, I'm doing now.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, right before the pandemic, my girlfriend got into NYU, and she got a full ride to NYU, and it's her
Nice.
dream school, and
Amazing.
she's going to be getting her master's in costume design.
Nice.
And so she had planned to be going to NYU, and she said, "Okay, this is what I'm doing." And then everything happened, and as the summer kind of dragged along, we kind of waited to see what that would look like, with her going to school, this fall, and with unemployment not really giving us a lot of money. And I mean, my one of my entire business is just completely shut down. My LLC is just
Mm.
done.
Yeah.
Um, I decided, okay, I need to get a job, and so I worked. I mean, I worked a couple different odd jobs over the summer. One of them I was door dashing. Um, I'd go out every night, every day, and just
Mm-hmm.
get in my car and just go deliver people food. That was one
Yeah.
of the things I was doing. Um, what else? And then I decided to, really try and get a job. And I've been working at a Subaru dealership right now,
Nice.
selling cars. And so
I'd
I like
I'd buy a
cars.
I'd buy a car from you. Absolutely. You
I
know?
like cars. I like talking to people. I sold two yesterday.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's
The
the
people I
yeah.
work with are a lot of fun. It's cool. Um, but I really wanted my girlfriend to not have to worry too much about, you know, paying the rent while going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, you know what? We're living in Manhattan, and I'll get a job because clearly nothing is happening right now in the arts. I've done a couple of different Zoom classes here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely wasn't the same, especially having one leg and tap dancing with a peg leg. It it just was it wasn't really relaying as much
Mm-hmm.
as an in-person class would, and a lot of the students were just kind of, I guess, going
Not
along
quite.
with it and faking
Yeah.
it, and I just had to remember, like, I have to keep going because you know this class is an hour long, or not even necessarily like uh, not even so much about the timing and the time constraints of the class, more so just that I wasn't physically making eye contact with everyone and speaking to people and asking their individual questions because the students have to be muted, especially in a tap class. The students have to be muted, the music has to be the right level. You're trying to compete against yourself with your sounds coming through
Yeah.
the iPad, and then so there was all that, and then on top of it I have one leg, and I have to then like kind of convey as a one-legged tap dancer what I am trying to do with you as a two-legged dancer.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, it's to
yeah, I did it.
physically
I did it.
portray that as like, yeah.
Yeah, it's and and I would do it every once in a while. I think I did it a total of maybe 3 to 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a lot. But what we wound up what I wound up doing was just reserving that for when the
When
world comes back. And actually, last Sunday, I taught my first in-person tap class. We were all in masks, and each student was on, a 6 foot rectangle
oh,
in the
okay.
class. And so I went about it that way. And then I have another one coming up next Sunday.
Nice.
So I was able to get, slowly but surely getting back into it. And then
Mm-hmm.
the band still gets to meet up every once in a while. We'll do a virtual gala or a virtual gig, and we get to collaborate with my cousin, who's an awesome
Nice.
videographer and photographer, and he films everything for us. And we've been working in Manhattan, doing at this great space that we love, 54 Below,
Nice.
and yeah, we on my off days from selling cars, that's Thursday and Sunday. I try to stay music, dance, video,
Hmm.
photo, whatever it could be, theater oriented, and just try to keep, going forward with my craft and, getting the work out there when I can.
Uh, do you find um do you find that you like during these times because of everything that your creativity is stifled at all, or do you find that you need to force
Oh
it, or
yeah,
do you find
absolutely.
that
Yeah.
like that you're the there's ways, or is there ways that you're able to harness it that you need, like um
Hmm.
yeah, how do you deal with that?
No, absolutely. I mean, now, especially with working this full-time job, I mean, not even more than half the time, maybe 80% of my time is just thinking about how to close a deal, like close a car sale with someone. And I mean, I'm working maybe 50 to 60 hours a week. It's a lot. And even
Yeah.
on my day off, we'll get messages from, the the car dealership, and people will still be hitting us up about, hey, I'm gonna
Oh,
come in tomorrow. Are you gonna be there? And so it's always, always just work.
kind
And
of like
so
there. Yeah.
sometimes, sometimes I try to, moments of inspiration will strike in my car when I'm driving to and from work. And
Yeah.
and I'm living in so many different places too right now. It's like I can't just, I where I work is pretty much on the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and luckily my aunt and uncle live out there,
Oh,
and so I
cool.
stay with them on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday nights. And then here, right now, where I am, I'm in Old Bridge, New Jersey, which is my parents' house, and I'm here on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, and then on Thursdays and Saturday nights, I'm staying in Manhattan at my apartment with my girlfriend, and we have a dog, and I take my dog to and from different
These
locations
spots.
around both, that revolves around both of our schedules, so that she's
Yeah.
being cared for.
I mean,
So it's a
yeah.
lot. It's and so it's definitely tough to you know find find any creativity through all that. But there are definitely moments, and there's times where something breaks through, and I find something, and I'm like, oh, this would be really cool to put down on my guitar or something, or
Hmm.
or a melody line that I'll sing through, and I'll just record it.
Kind of.
But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a different world that I'm living in right now. But I have not given up, and I don't plan on giving up. It's just a pivot, is what it is, and I just I have to go with it because these are the times, and Broadway's not slated to be back open until uh, June of 2021. And so I
Hmm.
don't really know what that means for the rest of live performance. Maybe some of the smaller theaters will open up, but I know everyone is just taking it one day at a time. A
Hmm.
lot of my friends who are producers are really adamant about waiting for a vaccine, and so that's something that three or four of them have said to me when I've asked them, like, "Hey, when do you think it's going to be back?" Or like, "What are we waiting for?" And they all said, "Yeah, we're waiting for a vaccine."
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard similar things that like a lot of things are just not slated to happen until, next year, if not the year after kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
even in Toronto, we've recently lost one of our big club band or event spaces, the Mod
yeah,
Club. I don't know if you've, but it's wild right now. I guess it's all just about trying to pivot and trying to find ways to kind of still harness the creativity and still
yeah,
harness your you know
yeah.
um, that kind of side of things, but still you know
Yeah, really though,
move
like
along.
playing, like when I oh I'm sorry.
No, it's good. No, go
When I
ahead.
when I get to play with my band is when those moments really come out, because then it feels natural again. It feels like we're right back where we were, and we have a good time. Um,
Yeah.
really really strange. Like, I have Time Hop on my phone.
Hmm.
Do you have Time Hop? Are you familiar with it?
No, I don't. I will want
So
to
I'm just
check
gonna
that out.
so like on Time Hop, it basically like puts you back like however many years, and so it shows me what I was doing a year ago, and it goes back to three
Ah,
years and 4 years, and it's cool. Like, so today, like 3 years ago, I posted this video of me dancing with this girl, and it's just kind of
nice.
fun to like see all these memories. And sometimes, and I do it every morning because there's a streak, so like
Hmm.
I try to keep my streak alive as long as I can. So like right now I'm on a streak that is, let me see how many days, 1,304 days I have opened this app in total. I don't even know if that's
Amazing.
common now, but yeah,
Let me see it.
I've opened it 1,304 days. I'm in the 3 year club,
Yeah.
but it's really like now more than ever, it's really kind of hit me each day as I open it, and I see everything that I was doing a year ago or 2 years ago, three, four, five. Mine has it set up to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
that's when I got it. And it's just, it's special, and it makes me remember all of the cool things I was doing and things that I will continue to do in the future when this is done. So
Hmm.
as much as as much fun as I'm having selling cars right now, and it's a job, and it's able to pay the bills for me, and it's more stable than than the arts sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm gonna go out with. I'm gonna continue to perform and sing and dance and act
Yeah.
and travel. So,
Do you find that that's like a good way to spark your creativity as well? To like kind
oh
of when you
yeah,
see
yeah,
this these kind
absolutely,
of like memories and you're like,
yeah, yeah,
oh, I remember I did this, and you can kind of
yeah,
work off of that on a new tangent kind of thing.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely. It's just it makes me feel good. It makes me just like you said, think about those times, and then you know want to pick up my guitar, or
Yeah.
or sing a song. You know, see if I could still sing it even.
Yeah.
It's so weird not singing songs and playing music.
Yeah, I tend to belt out by myself at home
Yeah.
just because, when that time comes,
Hmm.
Um yeah, it's interesting, man. Kind of going back to what you were saying earlier about like the personability of being online and eye contact, because like when I'm looking at you here, I'm not actually looking like at you.
Right.
It's just there because like that's where my camera is, right? So you're
Yeah.
actually like even if you want to have eye contact, you can't actually
Right.
do that
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
you're like because
That's like now it looks like I'm looking at you,
yeah, but like
but when I look at you, you're over. You're a little
like
over
it's
here.
like slightly
Yeah.
over, so like it's near impossible to actually get icons. So like when, as you said, like when you get together with a band, even in a distanced kind of way, there is that eye contact, there's that, you know what I mean,
Right.
there's the going beyond just hearing and seeing each other, you're actually like feeling each other kind of in a way, you um yeah, it's interesting. That's super cool.
Absolutely.
Um, I have a couple more. How would you say you get yourself into a creative state of mind? So like how you were saying like usually it just comes, I'm fine. Like a lot of people
Hmm.
are like that. You know what I mean? I'm fine. I'm hearing a lot of people
Yeah.
are like, you know what? It just when it comes, it comes. Is there anything that you like other than like checking out the the
Oh
the
my.
past and the
My.
photos and stuff, but
My.
like
Um.
is there
A
is
lot.
there anything that you do or anything that you could say like as far or even in like a mindful kind of way, is there anything that you kind of like do to get yourself in a mindful kind of state?
So sorry, I was plugging my iPad in here.
No
It
worries, no
wasn't
worries.
charging. I don't know what the problem is, and I didn't want to lose you. Um, I've been. It's really interesting being like coming from a theatrical music artist background where I'm working right now, because I see everyone just kind of sitting around and just like I don't know. I don't want to say that they're miserable because they're not. Like I see that they have fun, and but they're sometimes they're just there's just like a lacking of imagination and creativity,
Yeah,
and you can see it in their personality, where it just feels like they come to work and they do the same thing every day, and they don't know how to make it different. And so I've been so being thrown into that world. um, I I find I'm getting creative when we have to have music on in the showroom. So like
mm-hmm.
all of a sudden like a song that I know will come on, I'll be like, yeah, I'll start like singing. I'll like be like drumming at my table,
Like
and then from there I'll just kind of go into like different like grooves and rhythms that I feel, and I'm just in my own world at work, and I don't really. I don't let people bother me. It's there's a in the car industry there's a lot of sharks. That's
mm,
I guess the way to put it. And people are just like out for themselves and just trying to close a deal. It's sales. You make money by selling a
by
car, and that's
selling
it.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
there's
It's
no other way that you're making money. So everyone's like really aggressive. And I'm just kind of like, okay, like, I'm just going to live my life and just do what I'm going to do. And I'll do a little dancing over here in the corner while I'm waiting for someone to show up. And then, I'll sing along to a song over there. And so I've been able to find some moments of creativity at this job, and in ways, more ways than I thought I'd be able to, and also by getting to share these memories with these with these people that I'm now working with, and showing them, no, like, and this is what I used to do, and this, I'm still going to do this.
mm-hmm.
And but as far as like getting creative, and how I get into that, um I mean, a lot of it just comes from picking up an instrument and just picking up a guitar and just playing it, and just seeing where I'm going with that. And I've always tried to, like, if I write a song, I've always just picked up my guitar first and then tried to write everything on the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Play through whatever chords that I'm feeling, and then I'll start to write a melody line for vocals. But then sometimes, like, if it's like really groove oriented and it's got like a fat beat going, and I could put
Like yeah,
some drums behind it, or some rhythms. I like to loop it up, and then I throw it into, let it play out of my amplifier, and then I'll start tap dancing to it, and that's where
nice.
I start having fun with that.
Yeah,
And most of the times I'm just improvising, and I'm just enjoying being in the moment, and that's where it all happens and where it all stems from. Um,
yeah. It's a nice
yeah,
place to be. It's a nice place to kind of be within in that in those moments and just kind of living off of the energy of that.
yeah. I don't ever want to feel like I am like I have to work to be in that moment or to be creative, and so I
Hmm.
kind of just let it happen as it happens. And if I the ceiling fell down in my basement recently, and I had to like put it all back together. But because of that, we had to move like a bunch of guitars and things out of the main area. And so now one of my guitars just sits next to my bed as I'm looking at it right now. And it's,
Hmm.
it's funny that it's there because it kind of just reminds me to pick it up and just play every once in a while, and just make some music and create something. That way, they're not just sitting in their cases, waiting for the next gig in
Yeah,
3 or 4 months from now, whenever it's
yeah,
going to be. Who knows? And then I gotta like get back into it, and warm up the vocals. So I keep one out. I don't know why. I just, maybe it was subconscious. Like, I just didn't move it
yeah.
back into the other room because I'm like, could be because I'm lazy. I don't know, but it's
But it
there
worked out.
now,
Yeah.
and every once in a while I pick it up.
I
So
I I think that's a great kind of technique to have is like put your writing book beside your bed, you know what I mean, like
yeah,
have it close by so that
yeah,
or have that guitar like close by so that when those moments spark that it's like it's right there, and then it almost like reminds you, well, hey, bye, it like it's sitting there like, hey, I'm over here,
I
pick
know.
me up, play me,
Yeah.
you know I
Hmm.
like that. I'm gonna like kind of like um conclude with one question that's I kind of like to ask people is like, what is mindfulness to you, like how do you like, as far like this is kind of like for
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
who's kind of wondering how to be mindful, or how they can be mindful. Like, I guess what is it to you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, being mindfulness uh, well, I'm sorry, mindfulness, and being aware of your surroundings and what's going on as a for me, that really feels, being aware of my body and what it's doing while I'm performing, because sometimes I can't. I mean, as much as I want to just let myself go sometimes and just be free on stage, I have to be mindful of where my leg is, because if I get tripped up and I don't think, I could easily just fall over. And you know that
Mm-hmm.
that's always kind of been a thought in my head when I'm performing on stage is, oh my god, please don't fall down, please don't fall down, please don't fall down. It's like, it's like the, not the joke, but it's like, oh, like the guy with one leg fell, and it is kind of like, oh man, like I don't
Yeah.
want that to happen. And you could laugh too, like it's
Yeah.
fine,
Has
like
has has that ever happened?
oh, absolutely. I've totally
Yeah.
fell down on stage.
Yeah.
I've fallen down in classes when I teach them, and it's just a thing that happens. And so,
Yeah.
the literal, being mind, the literal mindfulness, and of being aware of my own body, um, as well. That's a thought that's always going through my head. Um, but then there's another section of like my mind that just kind of that that overcomes that sometimes and lets me get into that zone where I don't necessarily think about that. And in those moments, then I can really be free. And at those times, and I really only feel like I accomplish like true mindfulness when I am on stage in front of an audience, playing with my band, live music. Um,
Mm.
just because of the organic, uh, you know, interactions that I'll have with those band members and with the audience members.
Yeah.
And so that is really truly when I'm just, at peace, and I can, things can just, everything just kind of flows in and flows out. And,
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about what's happening at that point. And it really is just like this really kind of blissful and peaceful moment.
Kind of a zen place, kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's a good way to kind of like be within, kind of within your own thoughts, and within, like within your own uh feelings in your
Yeah,
body, right?
yeah,
But still being able to play off of the atmosphere, and play off of
yeah,
the you
absolutely.
know the vibes of the room and stuff like that, if you will.
Yeah.
But dude, this is a nice way to end. This is a good way
Oh,
to end this combo, and I think I'd love to carry on with these combos, and definitely
yeah. We'll have to do a part two.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for
we'll do a
sure.
part two when, like, maybe like early 2021.
Right? I'd like, how are things now
Yeah, yeah.
after
What's happening? Yeah, yeah. I'd say after the presidential inauguration, we'll do a part two.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Nice.
sure.
Cool. I'm gonna pop off on the outro, and then yeah.
All right.
I really appreciate this, man. I
Oh,
really
thank you.
appreciate this.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me. I'm glad that we could talk about art and music and,
A lot of people are, that's kind of what we're missing right now. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like at least in North America, which is where where we're dealing with, is like
yeah,
there is no live events, there is no that kind of stuff. And as you're saying, like even if it is online, it's not the same as being
yeah,
with
yeah,
someone. So it's nice to have. you know, different perspectives and different see how, you know, how everyone's doing and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do the intro. Thank you for tuning in to Mindful Minutes with Musicians. For more information about my guest and the topics of the show, go to Blackmoremedia.ca and connect with us on all social media platforms. Welcome to the MMWM family, where we aspire to inspire. See you soon. Amazing. Um, Thank you again, Evan, so much for joining me. Yeah, for everyone who's watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment and all those lovely things. And Evan, how can people find you? Where can?
You can find me on Instagram at Lord Pegleg. That's me.
Nice.
I'm there on Twitter too, but I don't tweet.
Yeah.
I don't do anything on Twitter. I don't know. Yeah, Instagram is probably the best way. You'll see photos of me, my dogs, just
Nice.
playing music, videos I'm sharing.
Sweet.
That's where I am.
I'm gonna link that up in the description and stuff.
Cool.
But I really appreciate you kind of joining me, and we will definitely do a re show and kind of
Yeah.
join again and re talk about, you know, different subjects and how we're doing. And yeah.
Yeah, totally. And thank you for having me, David. It was
Oh,
good
no worries,
seeing you.
man. It was great seeing you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.